can swallow a bottle of alcohol in her. Feel like Godzilla, better hit the deck like the car dealer. My whole squad's in here walking around the party, a cross between a zombie apocalypse and Bobby the
monster. You get in my way, I'ma feed you to the monster. I'm normal during the day, but at night turn to a monster. When the moon shines like ice road truckers, I look like a villain out of those blockbusters.
to the fire, spit a
monster. Blood on the dance on the Louis V carpet.
fire, to the fire.
Monster. Blood on the dance on the Louis V
I'm just a product of the cricket onyx, told him Nick the
Good afternoon, BPW crowd. I am your head of commentary today, you photographer. And today, I will be covering the BPW main show. And for the first match, we actually have a handicap match between our world heavyweight champion and the leader of the 5-star collective, Maddox AJ, the best in the world, against the Storm Brothers. Now, we all know about the Storm Brothers, who unfortunately lost in a very bad match last episode. They lost by countout to the Coolest franchise, who retained their tag team championship gold against them. But Visako Storm was very vocal in his promos against Maddox AJ, and even called Maddox out to this match we have today, a handicap match between the Storm Brothers and Maddox AJ. Now, the CEO himself even said, or I don't know what he said, but even gave him the opportunity, if the Storm Brothers are to win this match, they are to get a guaranteed shot at the tag team titles. Now, speaking of tag team titles, the tag team titles are on the line on our main event this episode against the Coolest franchise versus VJH and Deontay Cross, or the showing out, representing the 5-star collective and the dominance of Maddox AJ. Coming out next, we have a very fierce tag team, despite them being down on their luck in a very disappointing show from BPW Dark. We have the Storm Brothers, Psycho and Mason Storm, coming out on stage. Even though there was a very embarrassing display against the Coolest franchise on BPW Dark, they are still here to show up and show out, to show everyone that they are still a dominant team despite them losing their debut match. Now, Psycho Storm, once again, as I said before, he was very vocal against Maddox AJ and making sure to let him know that he is here to prove his dominance, and even challenged him to this handicap match. So Maddox to prove himself, I would say, or maybe even, I'm so perplexed right now, I can't even give good words. But the Storm Brothers coming out 1v2 in this handicap match. A title shot is on the line for these two pair of brothers. Could we see them go against the victors of the main event tonight? We have to see. Maddox AJ, the Storm Brothers. Let's get this show on the road. I know they're going for a big boot to Maddox AJ. Now, we actually have a good card tonight. We have an open challenge from Mercedes Moné for the Women's World Championship, and even a mystery opponent coming out. We can either see another international star from the BPW to prove themselves, or maybe a new addition to the women's roster. Up next, and also, I want to say that there is a match between Damian Black and the dashing Cody Morgan. Now, if you've caught up, there has been very nasty promos between those two. Damian Black, trying to prove to everyone that he was not a rookie, and that he is still a dominant force despite his loss against Kaiser in that gauntlet match. And Cody Morgan still proving himself that even though he did come out the loser in that world title match, his debut was
already putting himself above many of these lackluster talent on our roster. Going for the pin and an early kick out at 1. And Maddox Oregon dominated in some early offense from Psycho Storm, but as we all know, Maddox always gets beat up in the first few minutes of the fight, but he soon comes back and puts his opponents to sleep. Now, 2 people may be a lot for our current world champion, but that doesn't mean we will see a loss from him. He has come out on top and has even been flawless in BPW so far, so we could see another successful victory from our world champion with the Sling Blade to Psycho Storm. And already with that comeback offense with this, trying to go for the slingshot plancha, but he misses. Over in our announcing table, countering Psycho Storm's offense and sending him into the barricade. Down to the 3 on the count out from the ref. And already delivering some devastating offense to that arm of Psycho Storm. And he seems to no-sell it, but a super kick to Storm so they can back down. And could we see another count out victory over the Storm Brothers? And I think we may see it. We're down to 8. And honestly, but Psycho Storm rushing back in, narrowly coming back, and Maddox is caught celebrating, getting ran into the ropes for a power slam from Psycho Storm. Warrior trying to get this match over with from Maddox, but Mason Storm gets back in, and Mason pulling him back up to his feet, going for the kick to the head, combos, but Maddox counters. Now, I may want to reiterate, the Coolest Franchise and VJH and Deontay Crusher are going toe-to-toe in a tag team match. Now, oh my goodness. My apologies, everyone. But the Coolest Franchise have been our dominant tag team champs for a little over a few weeks now. And the Five-Star Collective have held our gold for a minute now. We could very well see another successful retain from the Coolest Franchise, maintaining the dominance from their initial debut. Speaking of dominance, with the knees to the side of Maddox AJ into the fall-away slam from Psycho Storm. And Maddox has been dominated already. He can't seem to catch his footing in this match. And the 2 count from Maddox. I don't ever think he's even been close to getting the Storm Brothers either in a submission or a pinfall yet. And once again getting sent into that corner, but counter from Maddox AJ. Tries to go for some, but Psycho Storm counters. And picking up Maddox, but Maddox counters. Tries to go for some there. I think it's already tackled. But Maddox delivers a Revolution knee to Psycho Storm. Mason watching as Maddox calls Psycho Storm back up to his feet for the springboard forearm. Or clothesline, I should say. Bringing him back up to his feet with the combos. And with the kick to the side of Psycho Storm's head, going for the pin. 1, 2. I would say it's a 2 count, but Psycho Storm kicks out and hot tags Mason in. Going for the springboard cutter to Maddox, but he kicks up and goes for the clothesline. Now, in my opinion, if Elijah were here, I think we will both agree that this may be one of the most stacked cards since New Year's Collision, with already returning stars and dominant stars coming in, and even new faces like Damian Black and Cody Morgan proving themselves on BPW after their debut. Well, we all know this move. Go to sleep from Maddox AJ. And obviously Psycho Storm comes in and breaks it up. We may have seen him put the match away, but with the springboard casket drop, shades of Darby Allin. And more combos from Maddox, with the kick to the arm. Tried to lock up, but Mason counters, and a devastating punch from Psycho Storm, going for the lumber check to the back of Maddox. Does it go for a move? We're going for the roll-up pin. Can we see him win? 1, 2, and Mason Storm kicks out. Just going for a forearm smash, but Mason counters. So going for the basement drop kick to Maddox. And we are already seeing some very, very dominant offense from the Storm Brothers. We may see Maddox get his first loss on record with the gut punch to Maddox AJ for Psycho Storm. She tried going for something there, but Maddox counters. The roundhouse kick into the standing Spanish fly. Man, this match is so great, I can't even speak correctly. Tries to go for the casket drop, but Psycho Storm counters. And we're seeing some big offense from Storm. And Maddox AJ is busted open from that headbutt. Mason Storm jumping out the ring. Going over to Maddox with the standing moonsault. And once again, as my partner, like Winterbottom will say, BPW is exclusively on YouTube, and if you wish to join this action and have your wrestler be a part of our shows, make sure to contact our owner, Maddox AJ, and make sure to get your call uploaded on 2K25 while we're still here before the release of 2K26. But back to the match with the big splash from Storm on Maddox AJ. And already going for the stomp to the pit. And the Storm Brothers have been dominating this match so far. Maddox only being able to get in 1 GTS on Mason Storm, but showing little to no resilience. He is getting dominated this match with the shoulder tackle, but counter into a power slam by Maddox AJ. Takes him into the barricade. Could Maddox come back and get this win, or will we see a full-on win from the Storm Brothers? Maybe the first one for Mason Storm to begin with, but the code breaker to Psycho Storm. And calling Psycho back up to his feet. What are we going for here? Going for... oh, nothing. He goes back to the ring, but with the sling spot! Plancha to Storm. And oh no, attacking that arm once again. Maddox is holding his own in his handicap match, but the Storm Brothers have been able to keep up the offense, showing shades of the coolest franchise with constant switches and constant dominance from each other, not letting them get tired or exhausted at all. And sending Maddox into the ring post. Already, as I said before, Maddox is getting dominated in this match. We may see the Storm Brothers give the best in the world his first loss. Storm's are going for the top rope, but Maddox gets up. And going for the end of days! Shades of Baron Corbin. 1, 2, and Maddox kicks out. And he's not done here, calling Maddox back up to his feet. Goes for heavy punches with the headbutt to Maddox. And tagging in Mason Storm. And Maddox has been through it. He is showing some great resilience by kicking out, but he needs to get offense in if he wants to win. And getting Mason into power bomb position. No, for the Canadian Destroyer. And calling, with devastating combos into the kick. Or the rolling kick, I should say. And oh no. Going for the elevator Boston grab. Will Mason tap? Will he tap? And I think we have seen another display of dominance from Maddox AJ. He makes Mason Storm tap and once again shows his dominance in this handicap match victory. The leader of the 5-Star Collective and the best in the world. On to our next match. We have a new face coming out. And against one of our veterans, we have Damon Zero. Now, if you kept in touch on our promos, JRC has called out Damien. I'm gonna just say Damien because Damien just sounds kind of stupid. I might just call him Zero. But we have seen JRC call out Zero, calling him out on his BS already. Already with some early rivalry so far. But we have a new face with a new look, with the half and half face paint showing shades of you know what? I'm blanking on. I'm gonna just say Psycho Storm. There's an actual real life wrestler that sports that type of face paint, but I forgot. But we have a new face coming out on that stage, and someone that may be familiar with the hardcore landscape of wrestling. And I think I may have heard backstage that Zero has a missing eye or an eye injury from a hardcore match that he participated in, which really shows that he is willing to give everything to win a match, especially hardcore. Will we see another dominant display from a newcomer, or will we see our veteran shut down this new guy on the circuit? We will see in this match. Coming out next, we have a veteran of not only in wrestling, but in BPW. We have JRC, aka Jack Richards. Now, JRC has been one of our more reliant and present stars, being present in almost every episode of BPW, even though he may have a negative win-loss record. That does not stop him from coming out on our show and being who he is. A fierce, resilient, and great wrestler on the circuit. Now, JRC and Zero have been clashing back and forth. Even some words from Dan Black in between their promos. And JRC seems to want to put this new guy down, to show him what it really means to be a hardcore wrestler and a hardcore star in BPW. Will we see that? Or will Zero shut down this makeshift locker room enforcer? We'll see in this match.
JRC. Let's get this show on the road. Tries to go for running offense, but both of them missed. Oh my goodness. I have been so excited for this match. But JRC tried going for a bottom row moonsault, but he misses. Tries to go for a knee, but Zero counters. Goes for the Hurricane Run into JRC. Now, speaking of hardcore, we actually have a good amount of hardcore stars on this roster. Even one that likes to call himself the King of Deathmatch, the future Dan Black. Now, honestly, I'd love to see more matches from the likes of him, JRC, the Hitman AJ, to really display our hardcore talent. But to begin, we have Zero and JRC clashing in this match. Taking the JRC calling Zero back up to his feet. Cleaning Fireman carries position. Swinging him over to the ropes with the snake eyes on the turnbuckle. And Zero seems to be out of it. And JRC coming over, but Zero gets up. And they're doing technical wrestling, surprisingly, from these hardcore guys. Now, I'd like to remind them, oh my goodness, my AirPod fell out, guys. Hold on, my AirPod fell out. The ref breaking up, the driving to the rope, and once again, same wrestling. Now, I want to remind everyone that the next match after this is our Women's World Title Open Challenge with our current champ, Mercedes Moné, against a mystery opponent. Calling out the women's division to see if anyone wishes to come in the crosshairs of her reign of terror that has been in motion since New Year's Collision when she dethroned Ryo Takahashi. And honestly, once again, like me and a lot of you have said, that is a very controversial win. Because why do our stars have to give up their gold, but the international talent doesn't? But about this match with the Rolling Thunder from JRC tries to go for the pin. It's a 2 count, but Zero kicks out. Goes for the springboard moonsault to Zero. And already, I think we're seeing an already one-sided fight from JRC. And Zero seems to be out of it. Going for the tornado DDT from JRC to Zero. Tries to go for something, but goes for the pin from 0-1. And only a 1 count before the JRC kicks out. And oh no, I think we've all seen this move before. Going for something, but no, Zero counters. Grabbing onto JRC with a DDT in the center of the ring. And already we are seeing some great offense from the two of these men. Counters and punches. The kick to the gut with the hurricane DDT. Or did I say head to the DDT? My bad, everyone. Going for the Unprettier. There's a Christian. Going for the pin. 1. But Zero kicks out. Once again, we're seeing some very good resilience from our hardcore stars, especially when they're going against someone like Jack Richards. Calling Zero back up to his feet. JRC going for the springboard, trying to go for something, but the game messes it up. I think it's going to go for the JR Clash, but Zero counters with a super kick to the head, already busting open JRC. Punk him back up to his feet this time. Going for the springboard splash, but once again, JRC counters with the leg DDT to end it all. And once again, we are seeing some great offense and resilience from these competitors. And everyone, if you've caught up, we have had some very, very good matches in our company. And we can't forget the good matches, even though they may be disgraceful, that the 5-star collective have put up. Maddox AJ versus VJH TLC match. Great. The coolest franchise, the Free Radicals. Great. The inaugural match of the coolest franchise before they joined the 5-star collective against Thunder Hypnosis for the normal contenders match against Livewire when there was still a thing. Another great match, and I think we're seeing another great match in the making between JRC and Zero. And oh my goodness, going for the ankle lock, but rope break already before any damage can be done, showing shades of Kurt Angle. And oh no, going for the package power driver to Zero. JRC going for the pin. 1, 2, and almost a 3 count, but Zero kicks out. That's the thing about these guys who are in depth in hardcore style. They know how to take a bump. They know how to come back harder and stronger. Whoa. Pause. My bad for the viewers at home. The JRC on the rope, going for the springboard clothesline. And once again, going back up to that top rope to show more high-flying athleticism. Going for the corkscrew I think moonsault. And oh no, he's not done here. Kong Zero back up to his feet. And this match may be over. JRC with another package power driver to Damon Zero. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And JRC shuts down this new guy, showing that veterans are dominant in every way, shape, or form. JRC is your winner today, proving that the locker room has to be respected, even from the new guys. On to our probably most anticipated match of the night. We have the Open Challenge by Mercedes Moné. Now, we all know Mercedes Moné came in on New Year's Collision and dethroned our former women's world heavyweight champion, Ryo Takahashi. Adding to her collection, the CEO, Mercedes Moné. She has held this title and proven her dominance, beating the likes of, once again, like I said, our former World Women's Heavyweight Championship and a newcomer, Joanna York. I think Sister of Siege, the world's strongest woman, but Mercedes Moné. We all seen that match. That was a very one-sided bout between the two. And I think Mercedes is getting tired of this lackluster competition. So she's coming out tonight to really try to get someone who is worth of being in the ring with her, even getting a single pin in this match. We haven't seen this girl before coming out on that stage. I didn't even know it was going to be a new face. We have a rookie on the stage, Roxanne Brooks. A newcomer coming out, showing off her style. Answering Mercedes Moné Open Challenge. Could we see her make her debut and become the top of the women's division? Or could we see another dominant display from Mercedes Moné putting down another rookie in her reign of terror?
This is where I start to bite my nails.
As you see on the screen, this is for the World Women's title. We have up first on the screen the challenger, Roxanne Brooks, coming out to represent the locker room as a newcomer to dethrone this invader from a different company, Mercedes Moné, the belt collector, the CEO. The ref holding up the belt. We know what's going to happen tonight. But honestly, I have my money. Like my partner would say, if I were a betting man, I have my money on Roxanne Brooks. Let's get the show on the road. And Mercedes tries to go for a drop kick, but Roxanne's already going for the roll-up pin off that mistake. 1! Mercedes going for her own pin. Not even a 1 count. They're going for the double knees with the splash, or another pair of double knees to Roxanne. And once again, already going for a super hold. Could we see Roxanne pass out? And spin. I stand corrected. A stunner to Mercedes Moné. Going for the springboard, I think crossbody? Tries to go for some, but Mercedes counters. Now, once again, let me give you a backstory on the Women's World title. Now, our inaugural champ, gaining her title on day one of BPW, Rio Takahashi. She defended her title, I think, once or twice before losing it at New Year's Collision to this international talent, the CEO Mercedes Moné. And Mercedes Moné has defended the title, I think, once against a newcomer, Lorena York, and honestly defeated her in quick succession. And now we have another defense on the way between Roxanne Brooks, a newcomer. And honestly, I think she has what it takes to dethrone this woman and truly bring the belt back to the BPW locker room. Now they're going for the springboard crossbody to Mercedes Moné. Getting her back up to her feet. Sending her, grabbing onto her hair. Sending her into the turnbuckle. And going for a power slam. Measuring her up for a high-flying move up to the middle rope. Calling Mercedes back up to her feet. I think they're going to go for the code breaker. But Mercedes counters into the chop block, sending Roxanne to the mat. And Mercedes getting back up on the top rope. Going for a frog splash, but Roxanne dodges. Once again, going for her own springboard drop kick, showing her athleticism. Going for the pin. Can we see her win? But not even a 1 count. Mercedes kicks out. Sneak her into the ropes, going under, going over, into the drop kick to Roxanne. We're already seeing some great offense from our ladies. Trying to go for a slingshot splash, but once again, miscalculations. Going for the chop block to Mercedes Moné. Coming up to the top rope, going for a diving splash to Mercedes Moné. And already we're seeing more offense from Roxanne than from Mercedes' last title defense. Grabbing onto her, sending her into the turnbuckle. Trying to go for the power slam once again, but Mercedes counters. Trying to go for something, but she gets flipped into the final flash. And double knees, and once again double knees to the stomach of Roxanne Brooks. But she kicks up, and the drop is sending her right back down. And everyone, just to remind you, like my partner Elijah at the bottom would say, we are exclusively on YouTube. If you want to be featured in our season 2, when we migrate over to 2K26, make sure to contact our CEO Maddox AJ. Get your power uploaded under the BPW tag, and you can too be a star on this roster. Speaking of stars, Roxanne Brooks is showing her star power here, beating down the current women's world champion and driving that boot into her face. Cindy stomps and stomps and stomps. Mercedes Moné is crawling. Has she already been bested with the drop kick to Mercedes Moné? Roxanne Brooks hauling her back up to her feet. She's not done yet. And going for the springboard drop kick, sending Mercedes down to the mat once more. We're seeing some great offense from Rox. Could she dethrone Mercedes? Charging up her finisher. Going for a missile drop kick. I don't think it was a finisher. My bad, everyone. But grabbing onto Mercedes once again. Mercedes is getting dog-walked in this match from this newcomer. Toronto for the third time, going for that power slam, but Mercedes counters. But going for the stun dog millionaire, but Mercedes counters. I think he's going for a submission lock or something, but Roxanne counters into the sunset flip power bomb from Roxanne. And going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Roxanne has just became a women's world. Our current world women's champion. Debuting and dethroning this invader on BPW, bringing it back to the locker room for the women's division. Our new world women's champ, everyone, Roxanne Brooks. To our next match of the night, we have a tense rivalry between the rootin' tootin' cowboy from the Lone Star State, Damian Black, walking down from that stage, already making quick succession coming down to the ring. Now, our backstage reporters have filled us in on these recent promos between Black and Cody Morgan, or should I say the dashing Cody Morgan. And honestly, there was a back and forth one time. They were just going at it and at it and at it, to the point to where the CEO of BPW gave these two a no holds barred match. We may see a rivalry like what happened with JRC and the future Dan Black, but this one could string on way longer. But speaking of a long time running, we have Cody Morgan. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, man. The dashing Cody Morgan. These two men have already shown hatred for each other. And honestly, this match could either start or be the end to this rivalry. Now, we all know that Cody Morgan actually debuted against our world heavyweight champion, Maddox AJ. Even though he lost, we have to give him credit. His debut was against the reigning and defending top star in BPW. And honestly, we could see a very good match between these two men. Damian Black dashing Cody Morgan. Let's get this show on the road. Or with the slow coming up. Damian Black with relenting combos. Or going for the suplex to Cody Morgan. Going for the running springboard assault. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are facing some great offense from our stars tonight. Now, I do want to apologize for my stuttering and honestly for my rambles and mumbles. It is very late when I'm doing this commentary, so I'm not at 100%. But let's get back to the match. Damian Black is just taunting Cody Morgan, grabbing onto him with kicks to the gut, sending Morgan down to the mat. And Morgan seems to already be getting dominated in this match, which is kind of embarrassing. Even though he's putting up a good fight against Maddox AJ, he seems to be getting dominated by Damian Black. And as I said, he is not letting up with that offense, just attacking the arms and the body. And once again, rising with double knees to the back of Cody Morgan. This is a no-holds-barred match. Weapons are allowed. Anything goes. This is a match for the ages. This is a hardcore match with the kick to Damian Black with the harness monkey flip to Damian Black with the standing moonsault to end it off. Grabbing on to Damian with the drop, with the knee drop to Damian Black. He was pressing me. I'm so sorry. Maddox, cut out some of these parts if it gets bad enough, man. Going for the springboard. Cody Morgan showing dominant offense from these two. Oh my goodness. Cody Morgan showing dominant offense in this match already. But Damian Black catches up with him, delivering the crazy offense we saw earlier in the match. Man, I need Elijah, dude. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Stirring way too much. And once again, we are seeing combos and punches and kicks from these two stars, already showing the heat between these two young rookies. Now, everyone, I'd like to remind you that the next match after this is our main event of the evening. the coolest franchise versus BPW and Deontay Cross for tag team gold. That could also be one of the greatest matches in our company history, depending on how it goes. And Cody Morgan calling Damian back up to his feet, but Damian rolls back in the ring. I don't know what the hell happened there, but they're giving punches and bunches back and forth between these two men. Now, bringing it back and forth, everyone, I would like to hear back from you guys. What has been your favorite match in BPW so far? We have had some bangers, and honestly, I think we are most prominent in title matches, hardcore and multi-man matches, because honestly, all of our gauntlets are battle warriors, and really most of our dominant matches where multiple stars are involved, there has been a great match and a result from them. And I've never seen that before. A stalemate between the two men in that offense brawl, but going for the roll-up pin. But it seemed like he let go of Damian Black. Going for the running knee to Cody Morgan, laying him out, but he kicks up, no southern hits. And going for the punches and bunches with a pump kick to send Damian Black to the ground. Sending him into the referee with the Russian leg sweep to Damian Black rolling out the ring. Speaking of ring, I think this may be another great hardcore match, like I said earlier on in this recording. If these men were to keep it up, unlike that, in my opinion, one of the worst matches in BPW history, that Texas Death Match at New Year's Collision from Damian Black and JRC. And Cody Morgan almost got put through that table, but he counters. The drop kick to the back of Damian Black. Has to go for something. And he goes for the legs, hitting the hamstring with the knees. Damian Black is hurting, even though he was showing prominent strength earlier on. And getting the signature kendo stick from the bottom of the ring. And tries to lay into Damian, but he gets up and hits him with the knee, sending Morgan to the ground. That table is just ready to get used already. And there should be a pause, but we're all okay here. He runs in the ring and runs right back up for some reason. With the shades of Dusty Rhodes. I think it's old school style fashion. You're not Stone Cold, buddy. One beer, two beers, and that's a very hard shoulder breaker for Damian. Cody Morgan going back over for the kendo stick. He grabbed him under the ring, rushing over and laying in to Damian with that kendo stick. Damian gets up. And once again, stopping Morgan from using that kendo stick. This is him into the table. I guess not. And going for the kicks to the head. Grabbing onto the table. Is he going to use it against him? Or is he going to take it up again? I really don't know what he's going to do with that. Speaking of, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I kind of sucks to don't have my partner, Elijah Lindenbottom, with me. Because I'm not going to lie. I feel like we're better with 2 out of 1, because I'm gonna lie, I'm messing it up right now. But Shades of Sheamus with the plugs to the chest. And one final one sending Morgan to ringside. Damian Black already setting up the battlefield, prepping this table. Coming up to the top rope. I think we'll see some high flying here, and we do with the forearm smash to Cody Morgan. And once again, crazy offense from these two men with another kick. And I think this has been our third match in a row where blood has come into play. Well, I don't think there's blood in there. It's heard these Monet match in Roxanne Brooks. But, you know, all right, we're back with some technical difficulties. I have to go do something real quick. But Damian Black gets rushed back into the ring, hitting the table until that before. Trying to go for some offense from Cody Morgan, but Damian counters. Already we're seeing, like I said before, some great offense from our newcomers. And hold on, what are we going for here? Setting up Cody with 2 chops to the gut. Damian climbing up to the top rope. I think we've seen this move before. Diving teardrop to the gut of Cody Morgan, going for the pin. 1, 2, and Cody kicks out. This match continues. Damien showing some frustration here. Going for the clothesline to Cody. Once again, everyone, I think you know what I'm going to say here. If you want to be a part of BPW, I'm not going to say here. Contact the CEO. Get your call right or create a wrestler right. And join the Discord. Be a part of our roster. Be active, man. Because activity means matches. If you want a match, you gotta be active. Speaking of active, Damian Black is getting ready. Already bringing out the barbed wire bat. Shades of John Moxley and Mick Foley. Hardcore legends. And that's quickly shut down by Cody Morgan with the knees and kicks to the body and face. Calling him back up to his feet, going for the springboard drop kick, but Damian counters. And already, man, even though their attires are kind of lackluster, we are seeing a great performance from these stars and attacking that leg on the ropes. Grabbing onto him with the Hurricanrana. And grabbing that barbed wire bat, attacking Damian. Showing his frustration in each strike, bringing him back up to his feet. Are we going to see him win here? Going for the German suplex. Bringing Damian back up to his feet. I think he's... Oh my God. Maddox, please cut that out. But Damian hitting him with a pop-up kick to the gut with a roundhouse kick to the face. Once again with the barbed wire bat. Going for the ripcord knee to Damian. Bringing him back up to his feet. And once again, we are seeing combinations and combos and combinations from our stars. Going up to the top rope, high flying athleticism. Once again, going for the moonsault to Damian Black. 1, 2, 3, and dashing, Cody Morgan is crowned the victor of this no-holds-barred match. Depending on what they do after this, we could very well see this rivalry end in, honestly, better fashion than the Texas Death Match between Jarrison and Dan Black. But we know for sure that oh my goodness, that Cody Morgan is crowned the victor. And on to our main event of the evening. We have the coolest franchise versus VJH and his cousin Deontay Cross. And speaking of the coolest franchise, coming out first, the reigning, defending, undisputed tag team champs, the coolest franchise, Carmelo, Too Cool, and Noah, the franchise Nitro, once again donning the 5-star collective gear representing their faction, full frontal. These men have been booed, have been hated on, and have been disgraced from their legacies they're trying to build here at BPW. But we cannot deny the fact they are both double champs. They have held tag gold since New Year's Collision, or I think some other, I don't know, man. I'm so perplexed that this match is going to be probably one of the greatest in BPW history. They are going to show everyone that they deserve to be here, and they deserve to be our tag team champs. But these pair may disagree. Relatives hand in hand. We have the and the constant Deontay Cross. Crossfire. coming out on that stage. These men have shown their dominance and their fearlessness on this roster. And even versus VJH, Deontay Cross is yet to be pinned. Could we see that streak follow up and get them tag team gold? Or will we see the Coolest franchise continue their dominant fashion and maintain the tag team gold? We will see in our main event of the evening.
The gas like you racing speed off in them foreigns and leave tire marks on the asphalt. It's gonna be RIP once your ass caught. He like front, we knocking his cap off.
Everyone, I know you're in store for this match. The Coolest franchise are here to defend their tag team gold once again against, I think, a newly formed tag team, VJH and Deontay Cross. Crossfire. If my partner Elijah were here, like consistent bettings, if he were a betting man, he would have to put his life savings on the Coolest franchise winning this match. And honestly, I could bet $5 a bag of Doritos and a cucumber lime Gatorade on the Coolest franchise beating VJH and Deontay Cross and maintaining their tag team gold. We're in store for a great match, ladies and gentlemen. The Coolest franchise, Crossfire. Let's get this show on the road. Carmelo and VJH already walking up, going for the spinning forearm smash to Carmelo. Has to go for another hit, but Carmelo counters into the drop, to the uppercut. And going for the clothesline from hell, showing shade to JBL and already tagging in Noah Nitro. Keeping up this same system when they defended against the Free Radicals, keeping their constant movement, their constant tagging to make sure everyone is fresh. And we've seen this from Damian Black in the last match, attacking the arms with devastating offense. And everyone, like I said before, Deontay Cross has yet to be pinned in BPW. He cleaned up shop in a gauntlet match, hitting everyone with the flatliner and even beating the same guy he pinned in that last match, Siege, in the same fashion. Flatliner to end the match. Deontay going for the crucifix pin already. One! And Noah already kicks out. Tries going for the hot tag, but VJH kicks us up with the stomp to his hamstring. And a kick to the back. And Melo trying to maintain himself from jumping in, but sending Noah into the corner. Already tagging in his brother Deontay. We've seen this move before. Assisted shoulder tackle to Noah Nitro. Once again, this big man has some high fly capabilities here. Going for the springboard, phenomenal forearm. Shades of AJ Styles. He should have lost the boom here. I'm just gonna let that know now. That was some bull crap. And going with the Muay Thai knees to Noah's guts, but he kicks up. Going for the drop kick, but the beat doesn't register it. VJH already tagged back in. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing great offense. I know you're probably here. Oh my goodness, Max, please cut that out. I know you're probably tired of me saying this, but once again, I have to acknowledge it. We have great offense from our stars on this roster with the stereo shoulder tackle to Noah Nitro, and he's getting pummeled by Crossfire. He needs to tag in Melo, or else we may see some new tag champs if they keep Noah in this match. And going for the punt kick, or running knee smash, what the game calls it, to Noah Nitro. Sneaking back into the turnbuckle again. we're already seeing they're taking the Polish franchise's strategy of constant taggings, and Noah is getting the better end of it, going for the springboard moonsault. Crawling up to the top rope, calling Noah back up to his feet. What do we have here? Forearm smash from VJH, and Noah manages to get the hot tag in. Already seeing some offense to Melo with the wheelbarrow DDT. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and Melo kicks out. The Polish franchise may already be exhausted, especially Noah after getting pounded by Crossfire. But can Melo hold his own? And VJH already with the constant counters. The punch to VJH from Noah. And grabbing onto Melo with the knee to the face, taking him down to the ground, tagging in Cross. The Melo's already up and at him. Tries to go for the jumping clothesline, but Cross misses. And going for the unorthodox pin. Not even a 1 count. Ladies and gentlemen, these men, the Coolest franchise, have been dominant since their inaugural match. They have been the tag team champs, I think, for over a month now. Melo already tags in Noah after some quick offense, going for the side kick into the running moonsault, but Deontay Cross dodges, going for the pin. 1, and Noah kicks out, even despite the offense delivered from Crossfire. Once again, going for, was that a 450 from Deontay Cross? Even springboard at that. Grabbing on Deontay with the lariat, sneaking him down to the mat, and once again stomps to the back, or I guess a stomp just across in general. Already tagging in Melo. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this may be one of our best main event matches. Going for the belly suplex, going for the pin. 1, and Deontay Cross kicks out. Already showing some great resilience, like our hardcore stars, going for the Northern Lights suplex, getting him back up to his feet, sending him into the turnbuckle, and once again tagging it again, going for the gut punch to Deontay Cross. Play by play for me, guys. I'm doing way better, but trying to go for the Irish whip, trying to go for some, but Noah Nitro counters. But Deontay is getting a taste of what Crossfire was doing to Noah. Going for the cave in from Noah Nitro. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and not even a 2 count. Cross kicks out. That dominance from his matches so far is showing in this match. And I think we may see another band of tag team greatness. Going for the stereo shoulder tackle. And Melo's getting some good offense in. And Cross going to attack Noah. What is this? And he goes for a springboard forward smash to Melo. And man, they are laying into the Coolest franchise. Noah is stunned in the turnbuckle already. Man, these men are putting on a show for the BPW crowd. Sneaking him into the ropes, going under, sneaking him into Noah, and going for the clothesline. Tries to go for the running pounce, but Melo misses, going for the pin. 2, and Melo kicks out. Noah tries to interrupt, and oh no, sneak him with another knee to the face. Cross tagging in VJH. Melo calling over, and successfully, I think he gets the hard tag in. And Noah going for the hit stick for the postalizer. I'm sorry, I'm on the bottom. 1, 2, and VJH kicks out. These men are showing great going for another move. This way in the match, but Deontay Cross steps in. I think if Noah gets Melo in here, they could end this match early on. But once again, going for the arm, targeting limbs to slow down Crossfire. Tagging in Melo. I think Melo may get the job done here. Tries to go for something, but goes for the roll-up pin. 1. And Melo kicks out. And Cross. No, I mean, my bad. VJ8 pulling Melo back up to his feet. Tries to go for a boxing hook, but Melo gets put in a final career position. Goes for the driver. 2. Melo. VJH is already showing his exhaustion, tagging in his cousin Deontay Cross. Man, this seriously could be one of the best matches in BPW history, sending Melo into the corner. Oh God, we may see some tag team greatness here. Double super kick to Melo, but Melo's reaching. He tries to go for something, but VGH hits him with a clothesline. Oh no, kick to the back from VJH. 1, 2, and Melo kicks out. He is not giving up in this match. Sending Melo, tries to go for the Irish whip, but sends him into the corner. And going for the rope hung armbar. VJH has already had his limbs attack this match and already showing some great technical offense from Melo. And what are we going for here? Slamming Deontay Cross's head. Oh, on the mat. Hurting, getting him out of commission. And once again, oh, I see what he's going for here. Float over Uranagi to Cross. Tries to attack VJH, but he misses. But Cross, oh my goodness, man, this match is perplexing my mind. And Crossfire is currently 2v1ing Carmelo. VJH is stunned on our table. Come on, we need to get this match back in the ring. We need to see an outcome from this. And Melo clearly Master Table. Could we see something going on? Could we see a repeat of what happened to Dan Black? And oh no. Going for the curb stomp to Carmelo. Shades of Seth Rollins, and Noah already breaking up the pin before a 1 count. Melo needs to get back on his feet and do something to get back in the game. Sneak him into the corner. Tagging Cross back in. Sneaking into the ropes for another, I guess, leftover slam, leftover something. Going to go for that same springboard move. Melo is rolling up the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this may be the toughest matchup for the Coolest franchise. No one has been able to keep up with them so far. Tries to go for the dropkick for Melo, but Cross delivers one right back to him. Alright, goes for the pin, 1. And Cross kicks out once again, man. Cross is not letting up. He is dominant. He is showing his resilience in this match. And Melo, I don't know what's going on. There, but there's some stances. I don't know. Just go for the Irish whip, sending Cross into the turnbuckle. And oh no, once again, attacking the limbs with the ropes, showing his technical offense here. He go for the punch, but Cross counters. Going for the DDT to Melo. Oh, if he doesn't tag in Noah here, this could be an end to the title reign of the Coolest franchise. Going for combos, VJH interrupting it. Sneaking into the turnbuckle, but Melo counters. And oh no, Melo doing the right decision, going over to Noah. And I think we may see Noah clean up shop here. Once again, going for a suplex. Cross may be out of it this time, but he gets the hot tag. And oh no. Going for the combo to VJH, sending him down to the mat. Everyone, I apologize. The posterizer is the OG cutter on Noah Nitro. I apologize, but the Soul Snatcher to Noah Nitro. And the brothers are stepping in, and they see the end of the Coolest franchise. Double super kick once again from Crossfire. Cross going for the pin. And Melo steps in. He is not letting his partner get pinned. And Cross is already going to VJH, tagging in. No one needs to get up and do something. Going for the springboard drop kick. And something tells me the coolest franchise may be over here with the counter by Noah Nitro. And once again attacking the limbs, trying to put VJH out of commission. And going for the arms, going for the punches. VJH is truly getting mauled in this match. Sending him into the ropes. Melo coming in with the assisted shoulder tackle. Oh no. Melo going into the ropes or not. Calling VJH back up to his feet. And going for the Russian leg sweep into the punches. Ladies and gentlemen, this can be the greatest match I've seen on BPW. And BJH, once again, he kicks out, calling over to his partner, but to no avail. Tries to send him into the turnbuckle, but BJH counters. And oh no, going for the springboard roundhouse kick. Noah watching as Melo is getting sent into the other turnbuckle once again. Cross getting tagged back in. Melo is getting dominated. Noah is getting the same treatment. This has been, I think, the greatest tag match in BPW history. And Melo is rolling out, trying to regain his senses. And honestly, I think this may be the end of the road for the title reign of the coolest franchise. Tries to go over something here, but Melo counters and going for the trend. Calling him back up to his feet, trying to get out this match. Melo going for the coastline beach to the outside cross. Don't tell me you're going to let him lose by count out. And Melo is bleeding. I didn't even notice that. Attacking VJH. Going. Oh no. I think we're all knows what's going for here. For the suplex. The cross gets back in from his count out. And going for the pounce from Carmelo. Going for the pin. Come on. 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. That match was stellar. Cross and VJH put up a great fight, but Melo and Noah stayed locked in and defended the tag team gold. The coolest franchise are still your tag team champions, reigning and defending.